like just to introduce yourself, like when you started, what was the offer that you were selling on LinkedIn?
Well, initially, I didn't used to sell anything on LinkedIn. I had a profile, but to be fair, it was completely underutilized. And I started chatting to Marriage, and he suggested that my offer would be perfect for LinkedIn. And the first offer that I was actually selling was to get subscribers for newsletters. I have a business, an agency that is able to get subscribers for newsletters. And I never used LinkedIn until I had a chat with Mary.
So when we started, I remember the conversation. You literally reached out and asked, "How am I doing this?" And then we started working together. But I'm curious, why did you want to learn about LinkedIn?
Because I could understand that all my clients were potentially on LinkedIn because part of the way I target to get people into subscribing to newsletters is by scraping LinkedIn.
So in that case, was there other kind of things that you tried before we started working together on LinkedIn that worked or didn't work?
Well, I used to basically build my own newsletter to
Hmm.
get my own clients, and it worked very well. But it's always beneficial to have multiple channels to acquire subscribers and to acquire clients. So it was pretty obvious that all my subscribers had originated on LinkedIn. It made sense to similarly go straight to the, shall we say, to the auction.
Fair enough. And you already had a client acquisition like channel, that was working. But when LinkedIn started, I remember the first 2 weeks, I think you got, I don't think you got any results, but in the third week, I think you got 3 clients. So did you feel that going directly to people from LinkedIn was a little bit better than getting the subscribers in the beginning?
The advantage of LinkedIn over a newsletter is that a newsletter builds trust over time.
Hmm.
So, believe it or not, in my world, getting 3 clients in 3 weeks is fantastic, right? In my world, that would probably be more like 3 months.
So it was pretty fast. Okay, interesting.
Pretty
So
fast.
what helped you like scale faster on LinkedIn? Because there's a lot of different things that we worked on, but what did you feel was the real click for LinkedIn to work really well for you?
There was actually two really. One was some improvements to my profile. The problem with the newsletter is it's a bit more of a mass blast. I have thousands and thousands of subscribers. Where LinkedIn, I was dealing with them as individuals, so there was no mass blast. But my service is a it's over 100,000 a year to subscribe to my service. Right? So I don't need that many clients for my business. For that, LinkedIn's perfect because I'm building individual relationships with individual people in a relatively short space of time. And anything basically show me how to set up, right, to do that. And secondly, show me how to, should we say, connect with people. You can probably tell I'm quite capable of talking a lot, but it's not quite the same as getting the meeting booked to begin with.
No, honestly speaking, you're
That's
one of the
really
best. Like, you're so good at sales. There's no doubt about that. And I think it was just that little part of getting the meetings booked. And then your service, your offer was so good that it kind of sold itself. If you don't mind me asking, what was the first impression of the process when you started working with me?
well. We had an initial introduction call,
Yeah.
and you went through the process of that. It didn't take me very long to sign up for that and pay my money. And everything about how you did that, in the same way this interview, is very personal. And I'm a bit old school, so our ideas of advertising tended to fall into two categories. When I started out, number one, you either did a mass blast and hit everybody. That doesn't work so well now. And managers taught me how to take the skills that I used to use in a bar with the client in front of me into taking them into meetings that are now video meetings like this.
I love that. It's been so much fun working with you. So in that case, this the last question I'm curious about is you scaled pretty quickly. In terms of numbers, how did the LinkedIn pipeline grow within the first 6 months of you starting to do it all on LinkedIn?
Combining LinkedIn with my newsletter, I did 200,000 a month to my sales,
Yeah, awesome.
not just my pipeline, my actual sales.
And if it was just completely focused on LinkedIn, then how much would you say?
I'd say that was 50% of it.
And just the last question, would you recommend this like working with me to other people? And just be brutally honest, whatever you feel.
Anybody who can double my sales and does it in a way that enhances my business for, frankly, I think you undercharge me, to be quite honest with you, for what you actually do and for the time that you put in it. But I think you'd be insane. Not to anybody would be insane not to have their sales doubled by working with you, which is what happened to me.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I have to say, I've learned so much from just being around you as well. It's been so much fun talking to you in the last few months that we've been working together.